And welcome back to Real Talk with Rajon, where nothing's off limits. I am your host, Rajon Lewis. And as you know, one of the goals and one of the points of Real Talk with Rajon is to shine a light on the great things that are happening right here in the Low Country. I know a lot of great things are going on in New York and Los Angeles and Florida and all these different places. But right here, we have local heroes who deserve all of our attention and all of our focus. So today, I have the Summerville Stone Soup Coalition, led by Ms. Robyn, Dudley, and Mr. John Kauth. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thank you, Rajon, for having us.
Thank you for having me. Now, for those who don't know who you are, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
I moved here in 2005 and retired a couple of years ago and began volunteering around the community. And because I worked in North Charleston, I did not really realize all the great things that we have going on in Summerville. So it gave me a chance to be here during the day. And we really do live in a sweet town, a town with a lot of need and a town with a lot of wonderful people.
Wow.
Last January, during the snowstorm, it became evident that there were a lot of people in Summerville that needed help. And so a group of like-minded people, John, and he'll tell you his background in just a second, John K. Vieira, Sin Ava, Susan Razor, many, many helpful people. That's just a few people that I acknowledge. Pat Keeler came together because the Community Resource Center on West 2nd had opened their doors to have people have a warm place to go. But it became apparent that where it was a small space and we didn't have a lot of supplies and it looked like that the snowstorm was going to last a while, that we put out an all-call to the community to come bring supplies and manpower to help the Community Resource Center. But after the snow melted, we found out that there are some very giving people in the community, but it was kind of hard to find out where to house people that needed housing or where to get food, where to get shelter. So that's how the Stone Soup Coalition was born. And like I said, a group of like-minded people, and we meet every 4 to 6 weeks, and more people come out all the time to help the Stone Soup Coalition, and it just proves what a wonderful community we have.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. And Mr. John?
Yeah, I'm John Kauth. I moved to Summerville about 25 years ago. I've been a commercial photographer and a graphic artist for many, many years now. Got laid off in the big recession at age 58. No jobs around, so I started doing volunteer work with the Red Cross and Habitat for Humanity, a lot of others, and met Robyn, and when the Stone Soup idea came along, I jumped on with it.
Wow, wow. Well, that's amazing. That is definitely amazing that you guys are doing that. Now, I know you already went into a little bit about what the Stone Soup Collective, the coalition is. So who all is involved in the coalition? I know you mentioned you two, but you mentioned a few other people. Who are the other people involved?
Well, some of the names are Kay Vieira, who happens to live near the senior center, and she was very, very important during the snowstorm because she was about the only one that could get to the Community Resource Center to help. And there were other people, such as Adam, that was able to make his way because he had a vehicle that could drive in the snow. Pat Keeler, who also lives down near the Community Resource Center, but I lived out in Knightsville, and I was not able to get out of my driveway for 5 days.
Wow.
The good news during the snowstorm was that my power never went off, so I was able to be a little command center with my iPhone trying to find out where people could go because we did not have a warming shelter in Dorchester County. And we called around, and there were some people at the Community Resource Center as well who helped provide transportation and just find places to go where people could go because the Community Resource Center, where it's a wonderful place, it was not able to house people at night. And there were also people, not just homeless people, people who didn't have heat in their houses, people who were out of work, so therefore they weren't getting paid and they needed food to eat. So the Community Resource Center really became a place, a safe place for people to be able to go.
Wow. And it's amazing to see the collaboration that's happening between these different organizations as it pertains to solving this need. If you were to narrow the goals of the Summerville Stone Soup Coalition down to one or two things, what would those specific things be?
The reason we created Summerville Stone Soup was that there was no central location that listed where people could go get a meal most days of the week, go get groceries most days of the week, get medical care, and there was just no central location specifically for Summerville. So that we developed Summerville Stone Soup to just serve the area codes, zip codes of Somerville. And it is our goal to list everything that's going on in the community. Every feeding, every back to school event, everything that the underserved people of Somerville could use all in one location.
Okay, so
It's possible to get a meal 7 days a week for free in Somerville.
Wow. Wow. And that's an amazing thing. Feeding people, giving people those resources to find out that free food when those times do happen. And I did hear that you mentioned the heating centers. When we do have those natural disasters like the snowstorms and things of that nature. So that's great work and definitely needed.
And we also, in the summer now, when it's so hot, when the temperature gets above 95 degrees, the Community Resource Center usually opens as a cooling center, and we try to find other locations. We have made phone calls to Dorchester County and Berkeley County Emergency Management, so that whenever a disaster type situation occurs, that we try to be in the middle of that to spread the information, because we have to stress that we are not a nonprofit. There's enough nonprofits around that what we're trying to do is hook up all these different agencies and organizations, both government and private and faith-based, that are doing the great things in the Summerville area.
Amen. Amen. And I see you have your chart.
Yeah, that web address is www.somervillestonesoup.org. On the homepage, there is a link to a calendar. This is the calendar. This is just the events for July. The grocery bags are places to get free groceries. Almost every day of the week you can get free groceries.
Yeah.
The place settings are places to go get a free meal. Where's the doctor? The picture of a doctor is where to go get free medical care.
Wow. Wow.
And this is all consolidated in one location. This calendar is updated constantly.
And it's on the website.
It's on the website.
Can you give them that website one more time?
www.somervillestonesoup.org.
Very good. Very good.
There is a link on the website or a page on the website for how can we help you that lists all the services that we list on the website. There's also a page with how you can help us that lists actually how to set up a warming shelter should a church or an organization want to set up a warming shelter during the winter.
Wow.
There's instructions on the site how to do that.
Wow.
If anyone has an event coming up, a back to school event, a feeding event, a grocery event, there is a form on the website to fill out, and we will take that form and list it on the website on the calendar.
Wow.
And there's also a contact form on the side. If you just want to email us and let us know what we're doing right or what we could do better, we've got a link for that.
Wow. And while we're there and while we're talking about this, we mentioned a lot that is on the website. Who designed your website?
I did.
Okay, so you do graphic design.
I do the graphic design. I'm the webmaster.
Oh, wow. So how long have you been in graphic design?
20 years or so.
Wow. So if somebody wanted some kind of design stuff made and they needed to contact somebody, how could they contact you?
Through the website, through the contact form.
All right, you heard that, right? Okay.
And
Make sure I get that in there.
we've had some requests from other parts of the state right now that would want to set up something similar to Summerville Stone Soup. And we've limited ourselves just to Somerville. If somebody in another town wants to work with our model, we can teach them how to do it.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I know there's a lot of information to get out there, so I want to make sure you get an opportunity, because I see Ms. Robyn has her notes. So what else did you want to talk about, Ms. Robyn?
Well, on that page where it says ways we can help you, we do have a listing of the back to school supply drives. And for instance, there's one that's coming up on Saturday, August 11th at Dudley Park in Summerville from noon to 5 p.m. And Summerville Stone Soup is going to have a table there. And we will be giving out fans made by our graphic artist, John Kauth.
All right.
And other things that we do, we are helping to spread the word about the Low Country blessing boxes. And on our next meeting, which happens to be this coming Monday night, July 30th, at 6 p.m. at Bethel AME Church, there is a representative from the Low Country Blessing Box Project. And they're going to talk about how that was started. It was started about a year ago, and I think there's almost 60 blessing boxes around the Tri-County area. And we just brought this idea to Summerville several months ago, and there's already 6 or 7 blessing boxes. And you can find out where those blessing boxes are. A blessing box is like a little free library where you go and it has non-perishable food items or hygiene items. And you take what you need, and then when you have extra, you put in what you have, and those are 24 hours. We also have locations for clothing closets if you need clothing, where you can find financial advice and tax preparation, where you can get free groceries, the food distributions, where you can get free meals, as John showed you on the calendar, where you can get help if you're a caregiver, where you can get free medical supplies and health fairs, as well as the homeless shelters that are in the Summerville area.
Wow.
A lot, there's wonderful things going on in this area.
Wow.
And that's why I don't want to name specific names, because it really takes the whole community to be working together.
It takes the village.
I named, some of the people that are as part of the core group, and we are grateful for those people who have stepped forward so far, but there's great need in this community. So whoever wants to jump on the bandwagon, please fill out the contact form on the website. And then if your church or organization is providing services that you want everybody to know about, we're happy to help broadcast that as well.
That's awesome. And I see you have your stickers.
Along with the fans, we're going to be giving out stickers. They're going to be 2-inch stickers. This is just extra big, so it'll show up. Various different sayings. If anybody's got a 3 or 4 word saying they think should be on a sticker, let us know.
Send us a saying.
We might just do it.
It might be a contest. It won't be a contest. I'm not gonna give anything for free. I might not. But yeah. So please, if you have a saying that you want them to put on a sticker, you might get your idea put on a sticker and passed around the city of Summerville. That could be nice, even if you live in another city or another state. So it's amazing to see. Like you guys said, there are so many different organizations doing so many great things. But what we need is more people to tie those organizations together and to make sure that the community has access to those. So I love the fact that you're not trying to recreate the wheel, but instead trying to find a way to bring the wheel together. I love that.
And part of that wheel, I want to acknowledge the great things that Trident United Way and 211 Hotline does. We are not trying to be another 211 hotline. We are clearing a house of information just like 211, but there are so many great things going on in the community that what we're trying to do is just to help keep that up to date. And Demetra from 211 Hotline has been very good about working with Stone Soup and keeping up to date with what we're doing.
Wow. Mr. John, anything you add?
Well, we have contacts with at least 50 or 60 nonprofits here in the Low Country that help people. So that if someone's got a specific need or a specific question, we don't supply any services, we supply the information. If they want to contact us through the website, we'll see if we can find out the information for them.
Wow, that's amazing. And that's what's going on here. That's the kind of great people that we have right here in the Low Country.
It's all networking.
Yes, bringing it together.
Yep.
And one of the things that'll be discussed at the meeting on Monday, and we meet about every 6 weeks, so if you put yourself on the mailing list, you'll be told about the upcoming meetings. And also we have a Facebook page as well as the website. The website is where you need to put in the information. But we don't want to be in a situation next January if it happens to snow again like it did. We need warming centers and shelters in Dorchester County. So anybody on there that's listening that belongs to any kind of organization that could help us be a warming center, please come forward, come to the meetings, let us know, and we can help you find information to make that happen.
And where are the meetings taking place?
The meeting is at Bethel AME Church on South Main Street in Summerville, right across from Azalea Park, and that's 6 o'clock on Monday night in the Fellowship Hall.
Awesome. And if they want to find out more information, I know we gave the website several times, but I'll make sure that those who just joined in can get that website. What's the website one more time?
Well, and just to add just for a second here, it may not snow next winter, but we know we're going to have a number of 15-degree nights. And if you're homeless and outside, that's awfully cold. So that if we can get some sort of warming shelter set up for next winter, it would be really helpful.
I want to stop there because I was actually about to wrap, but I want to make sure I get back to this question because that's a great point. It sounds like you need the community to give us more warming centers. Can you give us a picture? If we were to have an extreme cold temperature tonight, how many warming centers are there currently in the Summerville area?
That I am aware of one in Ridge Baptist Church.
There is one warming center in the city of Summerville.
And Ridge does not transport past I-26. So they're on the Sangaree side of I-26.
So if they're on the other side of the bridge, they can't get to a warming center.
They don't have transportation. They would have to find transportation.
So one key thing, if we can get anything out of this, is that we need to provide more opportunities for warming centers. For those of us who have, and I'm sure you guys have already been putting feelers out there to churches and different organizations, that's what we need. So if you were to get anything out of this video about what we would love to see happen, is for next January, when we have those extreme temperatures, to have far more than one location where we can warm our homeless and needy families.
And ideally, it would be a location where once the person goes, they can stay for the duration of the cold temperatures, because one of the problems last year was that it was open from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Okay.
And then at 7 a.m. they had to be transported someplace else, which happened to be back to the Community Resource Center. But then when it began to get dark again, we had to figure out another way to get them back to the same place.
Wow.
Now, in the fairness to emergency management, they do open up a shelter when somebody decrees that it is an emergency, and the Red Cross comes in, sets it up, staffs it, and it is a 24-hour. But the lines of communication, hopefully next year, will be such that as soon as that decision is made, that everybody is known about it, so that the people, instead of being transported to someplace like Ridge, could have been transported to the North Charleston Coliseum where there was a warming shelter.
Absolutely.
But we didn't know that.
And then one place they do open up during the really cold weather is the Isle County Detention Center.
Jail.
So if you can,
Everyone wants to go there.
If you can get transportation down there, you can stay in the
always
Isle
go to
County
jail.
Detention Center overnight.
You can go to jail if it gets cold.
They call it the work camp, but yep.
This is America.
Same place.
Wow. Okay. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for coming and joining me. Is there anything that you wanted to before we close, any parting shots, any thoughts that you wanted to share?
Well, we started out in January with nothing, with about 2 listings on the website. Now we've got dozens and dozens, and it's building up more and more every day as people tell us more about what's going on in the community. Because if we're not told, we don't know what's going on.
Absolutely.
We can search it out, we can drive around, but if somebody knows of a back-to-school event, somebody knows of a feeding event, anything that can help the underserved of Summerville, let us know. We're listed on the website.
Awesome. Awesome. Ms. Robyn?
We are a big town now. No matter what we like, I say because I also volunteer at the museum, that in 1980 we had 10,000 people living in the town of Summerville. And now we have almost 60,000 people living in the town of Summerville. And that's for several reasons. Things are being annexed, but people are moving in here from the outside. And where the underserved might have been in Charleston and on the islands and in Mount Pleasant, they're moving out this way. So we have to step up to the plate and be able to help the people in need, the underserved. And we're all volunteers, and we can use whatever other helping hands and assistance. And when the nonprofits call for help, then let's help them.
Awesome.
Okay, just one other thing. Somerville does not have a women's shelter. They're trying to build one now where they're trying to collect funds. Homeless shelter for women. We have a homeless shelter for men. What's the capacity, Robyn?
19.
Got 19 beds, and they're always full. That's for all the homeless in Somerville.
Yeah. So we need a women and children's shelter, and the Dorchester County Community Outreach, which runs Home of Hope, has the effort for Hope's House, and they're coming up with a fundraising event. But if you see pink cups all over the town, that's how they raise their money. That would be a great way to help the people in need.
Wow. That's a lot of information. All right. That means we have a call to action. These are things that we need to be finding out more about. And if you want to find out more about Summerville Stone Soup, make sure they have the meeting, Bethel,
Yep.
Bethel AME.
AME.
South Main.
South Main on Monday at 6 o'clock. Be there. Or go to their website, John.
www.summervillestonesoup.org.
We're closing out, and I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. It's been an amazing, amazing opportunity to interview you. Even though I know you, it's been awesome to interview you and find out about the great things that you guys are doing in the community. I want to pause and say, I want to point out this beautiful shirt that this young lady.
I was going to say, I'm
wearing.
going to point out this beautiful
This
shirt.
beautiful shirt this young lady is wearing. This is the official Real Talk with Rajan line. I'm going to go ahead and pan into it so you guys can see more closely the detail with which this shirt is made. This shirt was made with love by yours truly, Rajan Lewis. And for that shirt, you can actually get for $15. What? Only $15? Yep, only $15. You can get you a Real Talk with Rajan shirt like Miss Robyn has.
In various colors.
In various colors. There's 6 different colors. And they're on sale until August 4th. That's my plug there. That's all I'm going to say about that. But get you a shirt if you haven't got one yet, because I need to.
Well, I have one more thing to say.
Yeah.
So I'm a Rajan fan. Okay?
Oh, come
so
on.
all the Rajan fans have to wear the Rajan t-shirts.
Oh, come on.
I
somebody.
gotta get my
T-shirt.
shirt.
Yeah, you got to get your shirt. See, that's what I'm talking. It'll make me cry over here. It's going to be
You're doing great things, Rajan. For
Praise
the community,
God.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank
And
you
thank
so
you for
much.
having us tonight.
Oh, that's great. It was a pleasure. I really
Yes.
enjoyed it. You guys are amazing, and I love being able to shine the light on the work that's being done, because I do understand, as somebody who's out here and doing the work, I definitely run into people like yourselves all the time, and it's like, why don't we have a platform for those people? Why can't we show the world what is happening when we work together, the great things that we can do together? So I love the Summerville Stone Soup Coalition. I love what you guys are doing. You know, if you need me, I'm really easy to get in contact with. Miss Robyn contacts me like 87,000 times a day, so she can get me before anybody else, to be honest with you.
And y'all come on out to the Summerville Community Back to School Bash on
August 11th.
Saturday, August 11th
Yes.
from noon to 5 p.m. and
Yes.
come visit the Summerville Stone Soup Coalition table and see all the great things you're expecting. What, over 1,000 people?
1,200 people, over 1,200 people. Last time we checked, we had about 500 registrations. So that means that's not considering the amount of people per registration. So we're probably looking at about 900,000 people
And
already.
you're going to have
Do
free
you need to register to get school supplies?
You need to register to get school supplies. Go to our Eventbrite. Go to 2018 Summerville Community Back to School Bash, or to our Facebook page, 2018 Summerville Community, capital UNITY, to get your school supplies. Do that. If you want to sponsor, you know what to do. I'll get on you. We'll get up with you about that later. Before we close, you guys, anything else you want to say? You good? You good?
Free school supplies?
Free school supplies.
A free lunch?
Free lunch.
Spread the
Bounce
love.
houses.
Spread the
A
love.
number of nonprofits are going to be
Yes,
there?
number of nonprofits, Build a Brother, Summerville's North Area Jewish Community, Community Resource Center, Distinguished Gentlemen's Club, We Are One Foundation, and a plethora of other organizations sponsoring the event. It's going to be
Local talent.
amazeballs. Yeah, local
Local
talent's
talent.
coming out. If you want to be a performer, get at me or holler at us at SummervilleSchoolBash@gmail.com, and we can definitely get you slotted to perform at the event. With that being said, I'm going to close. This is Real Talk with Rajan. I am your host, Rajan Lewis. And as you know, we do this every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 o'clock or whenever. We do our local celebrity spotlight where we shine a light on the great things. Next week, I can't remember who we have, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to post it on the site. Sunday night, you know how it goes down from 7 to 8 o'clock. Real Talk with Rajan live, sports, music, politics, you name it, we'll discuss it. It's a lot going on. Apparently, R. Kelly's putting out a 19-minute song where he's saying that he admits all kind of crazy things. He admits to everything except for the things he's actually accused of. It's really weird. I'll explain later. In closing, always remember that if a man doesn't stand for something, he's bound to fall for anything. Now that's Real Talk. See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Good night.
You were waiting to say that.